You know, which is the worst officiated female tennis match. This match happened yesterday. So much bullshit by umpires. I never actually even witnessed ever. This big bullshit line calling, as in yesterday's Yastremska's match versus Azarenka, I never actually even witnessed. It's clear that umpires of that match did not call the lines according to the rules. It's clear. Because Yastremska, no way, were so inaccurate. No way she was so inaccurate. No freaking way. And no way Azarenka was so accurate. No way. No freaking way. So either umpires of this match revoke their stupidity, or they simply lose their job. Because it's crystal clear, especially the seconds at Bagel is actually umpire made up. Umpire made up because of umpire made up line calls. Yastremska is too much of a fighter to lose match that easy. She's too much of a fighter. She's too much of a fighter. Too much of a fighter. Umpires of that match were complete blind idiots. And they continued to make errors in line calls and in score calls. They continually did that. They robbed one game after another from Dayana Yastremska. And that is the reason why Yastremska actually lost this match. And if you want to argue with me, then I am already telling you, you stupid pea-brain tennis fans, the rules of when ball counts as out. The ball counts as out only if the ball lands in only if the ball lands in doubles area. Otherwise known as if the shot is wide. And shot is wide counts as wide only if the ball lands in a doubles area or diagonally outside the court, or if the shot is long. Ball lands straight out of the court on the opponent's side of the field. That's when it is out. Serve counts as out only if serve hits the net or if serve goes straight from you in that you can't serve straight. You can only serve diagonally from you, and if serve goes into doubles area as well, or if your serve goes wide, or if your serve is too long, that's when serve counts as out. In all other situations, serve counts as in, and in all other situations, return also counts as good. But the problem is Yastremska didn't miss this many shots. She did not miss this many shots to be bagged and to be defeated that easy. Which means that umpires really are guilty of this Yastremska defeat. Like I said, umpires of that match are guilty. They did not do their job properly. They did not do their job properly. They took away points and games and sets from Yastremska, and that's it. And that's what actually happened. I'm simply informing you on what bullshit did umpires of Yastremska versus Azarenka yesterday's match actually did. Because umpires clearly did bullshit. Their line calls were actually bullshit and horrendous, especially in the second set week of shading. And of course, blind line calling. Even have actually the question to those umpires, have they actually even eyes? And why they even have eyes? If they anyway are too stupid to actually use them, then they don't need eyes. Maybe it would be better to actually take away their eyes, because they anyway don't even need those eyes, those umpires, because they anyway didn't call the lines properly. Absolutely horrendous line calling by umpires. Of Dayana Yastremska versus Victoria Azarenka yesterday's match. Horrendous off shading. Absolutely terrible off shading. It was absolutely, I was, by watching that match and seeing just how arrogant and just how incorrect those umpires were in their line calling, I was like, what the? Umpires clearly surprised me with their arrogance and with their next level arrogance and with their next level stupidity and idiocy. And of course with their next level of blindness. They weren't even able to officiate even single set without making any mistakes in line calls. Not even one single set. Absolutely horrible officiating by umpires of that match. Absolutely horrible. Those umpires, now by watching that match in slow motion, should be now ashamed that they made so many bad calls, that they were so stupid that they didn't see anything, that they made so many wrong calls, completely and utterly wrong line calls, that they robbed a lot of points. From Yastremska. This is simply pathetic what those umpires did. And I once again repeat, when the ball counts as out, only in singles, if it's during a point, the ball counts as out. Only if shot is long, which lands straight out of the tennis court, or if the shot is wide, ball lands into a doubles area, or right beside the doubles court. In all other situations, during point, ball counts as in, and umpires should call those as in. But if the ball lands in doubles area during a point in singles, then or if the ball is wide or is long, any shot which is actually wide and any shot which is actually long, umpires should call us out. And award point to the opponent, not to the player from which the ball actually was wide or out or long. But if the ball wasn't wide, the ball counts as in, and umpires should call that as in. An award point to the player from which the ball was in, if it was a winner, and that's it. If serve goes anywhere wide or anywhere long, then it's a service fault. And if that happens twice, then, or if the ball goes into the net, of course. If that happens actually twice, then point goes to the opponent. And there is another thing which I have noticed umpires clearly are ignoring. During a point, first unforced error or forced error stops that point, not the second, as most umpires actually think. It's first one, not the second one. First unforced error stops the play. If a server made their opponent get that unforced error, at that point is over and the server scores the point. A lot of umpires clearly, I have noticed, don't actually even get this. No, don't actually even understand this fact. That's why they get their line calls and scores all wrong. That's why. As you can see, I understand and I know tennis rules 35,000 times better than than most of those tennis umpires. I even can explain how those rules work. Most umpires clearly are too dumb to actually understand how those rules work, and they apply them absolutely wrongly. As you can see, I am not that stupid in tennis rules. That's why that's why I again say that Yastremska lost this match to Azarenka yesterday only because of stupid umpires. Only because of umpire stupidity and continuous blindness. Only because of that. That's the only reason. Yastremska isn't that stupid to actually this many shots to actually miss. She's not that stupid. So, most of those line calls in that match are actually umpire made up. Because they don't follow the rules. They didn't follow the rules. And those umpires should be severely penalized for such arrogance and for incorrectly applying the rules. That's it. And umpires clearly didn't do their job. And that's it. Umpires of Azarenka versus Yastremska match did not do their job. That's all that there is to it.